Hello?
You know you ain't pay for this.
Bitch,
What?
let me tell you what happened. All these niggas in my DM, they be capping. I'm laughing, but I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah.
Let's start a podcast to talk about it.
Ooh, let's give us something they can relate to.
Yep.
Made for the ladies, but niggas can listen to. Talk about experience, give advice. Don't forget to follow us and
You know you ain't pay
subscribe.
for this.
All right, so we're here. We're here by the grace of God. Hopefully, we don't have any shenanigans going on. What's up, it's your girl D,
And it's your girl, Cle.
and this is Bitch. Let me tell you what happened. The podcast. Girl, we sound so dry. So we
Can
need
y'all hear us?
right.
That's what we need to know. Can y'all?
Can y'all
hear
put
us?
in the comments, those of you that's joining in, can you hear our volume? Because we don't know if we can hear ourselves. I don't know if we're having technical issues or what the heck going on. But we are actually sharing the video. What's up, Shaquita? Thank you for joining in. Can you hear us? Please let me know if you can hear us. Type yes, maybe. Because we're not sure. It's like we've been struggling. Let me see. I'm gonna copy the link.
Copy the link.
And I'm gonna go to YouTube.
Let me see.
Okay, I'm live right now, but for some reason I can't share it from YouTube. It won't let me share. Maybe I need to click the. Here we go. So those of you,
some reason I can't share it from YouTube.
oh, okay, okay.
Here we go.
So if you guys go ahead and tag about 3 to 5 friends in the live so that they can join in on the conversation. We are basically okay. So we got some people in the comments they can't hear us because we wasn't sure. But make sure that you tag a few people into the conversation. We're going to talk about a variety of things today. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, not only to our YouTube, but also to our Facebook. We also have an Instagram by the same name. We also have Twitter by the same name, at BLMTYWH. What you say?
I said these glasses dirty too.
Oh, okay.
Y'all, I've been stressed the fuck out today. So excuse me.
So we're gonna ask Cle how her week was once we go through all our stuff. You can follow our personal social media at Deanna C Music and at Cleonce. Also, ladies, if you guys are interested in purchasing nice, affordable, quality jewelry, you can go to jewelrybox.com. That is Clee's. Well, I'm trying to say it proper. But that is Clee's business, and she sells very affordable quality pieces. Everything is stainless steel, hypoallergenic,
and lasts up to 2 years without fading if properly cared for.
Exactly. So you will probably see us throughout the season rock. Well, she has on her jewelry box already, and I typically wear jewelry box quite often as well. So that is for my ladies and gentlemen because she does sell unisex attire. And see, we like to promote our own stuff. You know, of course, we want sponsors and stuff like that as well. But if you guys have a business that you want to promote, hit us in the DM and we can make that happen.
Make it happen.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with today's show, and we're gonna start off with how we always start off with. How was our week? Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
It doesn't matter. Okay. I feel like this light is so freaking bright right now.
I think it's because of where it's sitting, because it's sitting directly in front of you, and it's not directly in front of me.
Okay, because that motherfucker bright as hell.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, you can see the ring light in my sunglasses, so let me take them off. But it's like, look, now.
But I see your eyes, though.
Yeah, but I look crazy. Okay, anyway, you guys. So, yes, this week has been a stressful week because I have some legal issues, things I have to take care of this week. As far as like tickets and shit, trying to make sure my license don't get suspended and all of that good shit. And so it's just been a headache dealing with it because for some reason, driving in the DMV and all of that shit like that, for some reason, it's like they just mean. All the people that work there just got attitudes. They half-ass give you instructions on what to do, then get an attitude when you ain't got the right shit. It was just a whole bunch of shit going on with that. And then what else? I think that was about it. That was really just agitating the fuck out of me. Besides the fact that we got the wrong chords and we couldn't get our shit, our sound and stuff set up right. But hopefully next week we'll have everything set up because last week's camera quality was bussing. This week we looking a little shabby again.
we looking a little ashy.
We looking ashy again. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna have to just go ahead and not even worry about that shit this week. But other than that, I think I had a decent week since last week. What did I do? I didn't do shit.
No,
yes, I did.
Yes,
I did. I went out Saturday. I went to the club Saturday, and I hadn't been in a little minute, so it was kind of like I had a good time. And then I went to go see my little boot thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
but other than that, that was it though.
Well, you guys, my week was the same as always, Pinky, trying to take over the world. I didn't really do.
Yeah, she all dialed up because she going out tonight.
But I did. Sunday we went to brunch and we went to a restaurant. I don't want to name the restaurant because I won't blast it, but the food was very okay.
Subpar.
Yeah, it was real okay.
It was and I was, my stomach was hurting, so I really couldn't eat nothing. But the little shit I had, look, they cooked their chicken definitely in cornmeal. Like who fries chicken for chicken and waffles in cornmeal? Like that was not, I was not happy about it.
Me neither.
It looked like catfish nuggets.
I really could have made it myself.
Has
anybody ever tried catfish nuggets with waffles?
No.
And add a little. Maybe that was the idea because they had like a little hot sauce or something.
No, I asked for hot sauce for my chicken.
But no, it was some kind of spicy sauce or something
on the waffle. Because I didn't get chicken waffles.
I think it was.
I didn't want the waffle.
I don't remember.
Cornmeal, exactly. Like who freaking fries chicken and cornmeal? It was definitely giving catfish. It
was definitely giving real ghetto.
It was definitely giving real ghetto like this podcast.
Giving ghetto fabulous.
It's giving ghetto just like this podcast, baby. Just like it.
It's giving boo ratchet.
It's giving boo ratchet.
Yeah, because it looked really nice. The food looked really nice. But then it was just like, oh, I really could have made this myself, Really? And then it really wasn't the fact that the food was still apart. It was like the long wait. Now, what I did like was the music.
That was it.
That helped the whole like the music. Then I had a mimosa that I knocked over and broke. Like it just
when food is involved, the young gets clumsy as fuck. Cause she be just trying to do too much. She just be trying to eat everything. Like she just a hungry motherfucker all the time.
I am, and I get really hangry. Like I get really agitated, and it's crazy because like throughout the day I don't eat a whole lot of different meals, but when I go out to eat, it's like I get really, really like
and she can't never. He said, "What part of town then?"
It was downtown.
Everybody want to know it's downtown. I know. Look, we went downtown. It's always a line outside, and I just wasn't pleased because I'm gonna tell y'all another thing. Look at me. I didn't really put them on blast because they are black-owned business. But one of the owners, I asked him a question because he was going around, helping. It seems as if he was going around helping. And I asked him about I asked him something about a drink or something. I asked him a question and he was looking at me, he was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. I said, yeah, where I serve it? He was basically, long story short, he was just trying to say, in other words, bitch, don't ask me nothing. Where your server is? But our server, we couldn't catch the bitch. So, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that she's a bitch. However, it was just difficult getting fucking service, you know, and it was very real bad. Then the girl came over and asked if she had our extra chair at our table. I want to say no.
No, that was somebody different. That was the hostess. The problem was, you remember when we was about to get ready to pay, and it was like she just walked off, like she had our tickets and was about to give it to us, but then she just walked off
with the tickets.
And that agitated me so bad. And I was like, I'm trying not to be the
black,
black woman that we get labeled in there. But you know, when you have terrible service, it's like they have never been good to me. Okay, so it wasn't just us. Okay.
But they used to, y'all. When they first opened, I used to go down there on Friday night, get some fried chicken. When I was going with my old with Scammer Bay, we used to be down there all Fridays.
That was a long time ago, then.
Yeah, it used to be good. I never knew what the big deal was, but it's just a good vibe. It's cute. They got cute little drinks. The name is cool. It's black owned. The music, it's just the vibe.
I think they just gotten comfortable with having that many people.
I really think after COVID, they went down after that. And it's like trying to get brunch there though. But see, that's why it needs to be some more brunch spots. Memphis, we have so much potential to be like Atlanta or Houston. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what it is. It just ain't happening for us. It just ain't happening for us.
But I think we, should try to have a more positive outlook. And I don't know, I'm on the fence about that because I want to support Black businesses, but I also feel like we should still maintain a standard when it comes to service, because it seems like after a while some Black businesses get real comfortable and they get a little ghetto and get ratchet. But then on the flip side, you do have some of the customers that are ghetto and ratchet and be looking for discounts, and if they had
a pretty classy crowd though for brunch anyway.
Yeah,
it seemed like a pretty classy crowd. And then I didn't see no boo ratchetness going on, because even I saw a lot of people that I did not know. And everywhere I go, I typically see people that I know.
Did you post this one?
What?
This comment. She said, Jalen said move to Nashville.
Thought about it. I definitely thought about relocating, leaving Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely.
Well, see, that's the problem. That's how we're not able to solve anything. We're always moving away.
Yeah.
So, well, that was our rant for today.
Yeah, about that. So that was how both our week was brunch. Nasty ass brunch.
Oh no! I did a wedding that Saturday.
Oh, that's right. You did have a kid.
And it was in No Man, Mississippi, because I don't know. I can't even remember what city it was. It was at a very nice house. Like, it was a very, very nice antique type of home, historical home. But we was outside. 90-something degree weather. And
these are Caucasian sisters and brothers.
These were our clear brothers and sisters. Yes.
Okay.
So it felt very family reunion, And so, so if most of you that don't know, my bob is basically a quick weave, but I have my natural hair, leave out. So my natural hair, I have 4C hair. And any of y'all that know, 4C hair is, it takes a lot to keep it straight. When I got outside, I had just a crown of an afro, basically, around my head. And so in between sets, I had to go and flat iron it to kind of be straight again. Now, after that last set, I ain't really give a fuck, because it was like, whatever. But it was just like, why are we outside in the heat? They like to be outside in the extreme heat and in the extreme cold. We have done weddings in December and January where it was like 30 degrees outside in a tent.
We different. Like, as much as we want to be like we should all be treated equally. However, genetically and culturally and all of that, we are different, because they wear shorts in the wintertime.
Shorts and hoodies.
And they be okay.
But you know what? Our kids be wearing sweatshirts in the summertime, so we.
That's some shit these little kids just fucking started. These kids just started this shit. This was not.
And no coats in the window.
Because I promise my nephew have a hoodie. He had it on the other day, and I thought.
And you know you getting old when you get angry and stuff.
And no shoes. You right, Tutu. No shoes.
You know you getting old when you get angry and stuff. Like, why that baby ain't got no coat on?
Why? You know
and mama know they need to.
Why he got his? I know he must have got on that hoodie. It's 100 degrees outside. Shit. God damn. Yeah, but I feel for you, friend. I'm sorry. It's time to take that quick weave out.
It is time. I'm finna go back to my braids because I just can't do this.
I'm finna go back to my real hair. As soon as it cool down, y'all, I'm gonna be giving them that blowout bang bouncing up in this thing.
Right.
Mine do to school because they said it be cold at school. Yeah, that's one thing when it's cold at school. You know what I'm saying? Little baby started as he said, I got a hoodie on something.
That's his fault.
You know what? That was on a rap song. He did say that, and like people been posting it in their captions with hoodies on.
So you about to pass the fuck out because little baby said he wore his hoodie in the summertime.
And see, the thing about it is, in certain places in the summertime, is not that hot. Like places like Miami, even though Miami is hot as fuck in the daytime, but typically sometimes at night it kind of cools down, so you can get away.
Different at night, but in the heat of the day in Memphis, Tennessee, where it's 90-something degree weather,
it's hot as fuck.
Well, you know what? I be trying to leave the house with my sweatpants on, so
I be wearing my sweatpants. I be wearing sweatpants with crop tops though, or a sports bra, or like a spaghetti strap shirt or something like that.
Yeah, Cle gonna have them titties out. That's for sure.
I am gonna have them titties out. They not really tittying today because I didn't feel like tittying today, y'all. But next week I might be tittying on y'all ass, okay? It does because they even have like spring and summer sweaters that you can like buy in certain places, So yeah, it does, Gerard. Depends on what type of hoodie you got on.
I feel.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go to what would you do? Okay, and I don't
even know what the hell this is.
Okay, so spiritual word always have the best scenarios to me. You're walking out of church, about to get in your car. You look down and see this. What would you do? I'm going to thank the Lord and pay my tithes.
I'm definitely going to thank the Lord and pay my tithes. Same. The fucking same. Because look, what I'm going to turn it into who? Because whoever I turn it into going to be like, They gonna put in the offering. They gonna keep it too. So like, no, yes, I am definitely going to freaking keep the money myself. And
because I got questions. If it was in a wallet, that's totally different. Okay, because if you go in somebody's wallet, that's actually stealing, even if they dropped it. But if it's just a wad of money, how the fuck you let a wad of money fall out unless it's in your pocket? So 9 times out of 10, it was a nigga.
Yep.
Yeah. You see how we analyze shit like that?
It was a hood ass nigga.
It was a hood nigga.
It
probably was Easter and his mama made him come to church. And he came to church and the money fell out his pocket. Yeah. Because his pants was sagging.
Yup.
You see how we just create a scenario?
We just make that whole story up in our fucking head. That's what we be doing to these niggas too. We gonna make up a whole fucking story in our head. But yes, I would definitely keep the money and pay my tithes. And let's see, what did some of y'all said? The same, picking it up.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry if I clicked the wrong thing.
She said she gonna praise the Lord and give us tithes. Okay.
I don't know about them tithes though. But you found it at church. Okay.
Right.
That's at least throw God a little money.
10%, you know what I'm saying? Or you can even if you don't tithe, you can give an offering. The offering then is whatever.
He said, we leaving church. I ain't going back. Also, you want them, what do they call them? CME Christians, Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter.
Oh, Lord. See, I don't know nothing about that, y'all. That's church girl, because I go on.
Well, no, CME is actually a denomination, but it's also, we use it as a
Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter.
That's where people go to church.
Damn, fuck the fathers.
Yeah, that's a whole other rabbit hole that we gotta go. But unfortunately, it's not as many men in church as there are women. So I think that's why it's not. Well, no, Father's Day ain't celebrated like it's supposed to be. No way.
We celebrated for the pastor though.
Yeah.
For the pastor gonna get a nice Father's Day. That's what you know what. That's why I ain't got no man there, because it ain't that many men in the church, and I be praying.
And they be telling us go to church to find a man.
I be praying for a Christian man, and I ain't gonna find
they already married.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Because I'm gonna tell you, my gay guy friends, they all fine. Every last one of them, and they can dress, and they hair be done.
You know what I'm saying? At least somebody get to be happy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That is the truth.
Okay, so let me see. I have another one, and this is just kind of like here's the other one. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. You may not be able to see it from your phone. But okay, so this is just a screenshot that I took off Facebook so I can remember. So it was a bride and groom that had a wedding. And they had people to RSVP, and this is my understanding of the story. And if they didn't RSVP, they sent them a bill of $240. So if you were the person, well, let me see how I want to formulate the question. Do you feel like they were right or wrong for sending a bill to a guest that canceled on them?
Well, no, they see what it was. I think they, to my understanding, that the people who they sent the bill to were people who actually did RSVP for their wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, typically with weddings, I know from my experience of being a part of weddings and stuff, sometimes you have a save the date, and then you get people to RSVP from their save the date, and then again you get an invitation that's asking you again to RSVP. So I think you get and then a lot of times people finalize the guest list, you know, right before the wedding for people who have not RSVP'd, still give you a chance to RSVP again. So these people, to my understanding, they actually RSVP'd for the finalizing of the wedding guests, and some people didn't show up. There's a couple,
but that happens at any, and we talked about this earlier, that it happens basically at any event. You have a party, and certain people say, "Yeah, I'm gonna be there, this, that, and the third, or whatever,"
and then they don't come,
and then they don't show up, and you got all this food. Or you may have a party and you didn't buy enough food, and everybody, their mama show up. Because one of my friends, when they got married, they didn't have enough food because they were a real popular couple, and everybody showed up and they ran out of food. So but our weddings charged typically by person.
Yeah.
You know, it averages between maybe $20 to maybe $50 per person, or in this case, it might be a little bit more. But here's where I feel like it's kind of tacky. It's like, you know, that could potentially happen. We don't know if they had an emergency, if they just decided not to come at the last minute. Like, it could be so many variables to why they didn't show up. I do feel like they should have informed them if they were not going to be able to come. But then some people don't like telling people, well, I'm not going to show up, because it kind of dampens the mood and the spirit when you getting all these text messages saying, oh, well, girl, I ain't going to be able to be there. So
yeah,
it's just so many nuances.
RSVP when it's up in the air, I guess.
But then you have to RSVP so they can kind of get a head count. So it's like a catch-22. But I also feel like Black people, we shouldn't be doing the most and then get mad when people don't show up, because it comes across as we didn't have enough money to be doing the shit that we was trying to do. That's how it come across. It may not be the actual fact, but I just feel like in most weddings, you're going to have some people that don't show up for whatever reason it might be. So, you know, whatever.
I guess I kind of feel the same way. Like, it's kind of tacky. I probably wouldn't do it, but I do understand the concept behind it. Like, bitch, we paid for y'all to come and eat at this wedding, and y'all decided that y'all wasn't going to come after y'all done RSVP'd, and I asked y'all 4 or 5 times. You know what I'm saying? So typically, I probably wouldn't have done that.
And how they gonna get the money back? Like, did they sign a contract or something?
But this couple, they look like an African couple.
Yeah,
they look like an African couple. It probably some bull. It probably ain't even a real story. Y'all know folks be making up shit for the ground. You know what I'm saying? Now, if there's some other shit, like, you know, but before, I had a friend who had a birthday dinner, and she got a head count. She let everybody know, like, hey, if you're not going to come, please let me know. If you can't make it, it's okay. Just let me know, because if you don't come, I have to pay for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was her birthday. It was a birthday dinner. It wasn't like a big wedding. It was probably like about 10 or 12 people. Mm-hmm. And so you basically had to say, you know, I'm not going to be able to make it or whatever. So she wouldn't be stuck I think it was like an additional like 20 some dollars per person because she was renting like a room at a nice restaurant.
Okay.
So you had to kind of have, you know, people had to pay.
So Shaquita said they better go get that money that was on the ground at the church.
Right, exactly.
I ain't paying nobody back. Fuck that. Not for a wedding.
Nah, if it was like a birthday dinner or something, and I was supposed to come and I didn't show up.
If it was my best friends or close family, yeah. But if we just cool,
and I told y'all,
I could probably be without that friendship.
Oh Lord! See, I ain't like that. I don't like burning bridges. I try my best.
We got bridges like Texas, just all over the place. Because let it burn like Rihanna and Eminem.
I don't like to burn no bridges because you just never fucking know when you might have to double back or need somebody, or I don't like leaving a bad taste in nobody's mouth. And you know, if I have burnt the bridge, you guys, I'm sorry. Okay.
All right, so you guys, before we move on, go ahead and make sure that you share the live. Make sure you like it. If you have not, we have people that are commenting, but also subscribing. Don't forget to tag 3 to 5 friends into the conversation. Yeah, fiends. We like them fiends too. But anyway. All right, so we're going to keep it moving. So I saw this, and I think you sent this to me, Cle. And it's kind of a story, a quick story. And like I said, Spiritual Word always come up with the best stories, and then the Shade Room still in Hollywood come back and steal it. But anyway, all right. So I'm sure it's gonna make the men mad. I asked this nigga for some money. He started to tell me all the bills he needed to pay. Baby, I don't give a fuck. You're blocked. She said, it's niggas who will send me $500 plus, no questions asked. If you telling me about some bills because I asked for $100, baby, get the F on. I just want my money back for some groceries. And here's the text message thread. Laughing my ass off. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Blah.
Basically, he just explaining his bills and everything like that. And then she ghosted his ass at the end because he didn't give her $100.
All right. So this is the one thing that stood out to me that could slightly go in her favor. Because in my personal opinion, if she just coming like that, bitch, whatever. Because if it's niggas who gonna send you $500, why ain't you ask that nigga? But what she said at the bottom was, I just wanted my money back for some groceries. So the only thing I could potentially think that statement mean is that she let him borrow some money, and when she asked for it back, or if she just asked him for some money, that he didn't have it to give it back. That's the only out that she has.
I don't think that's what she meant, because the crying, laughing faces behind, we can't ignore the emojis. Emojis be mean and shit. It just seems to me like she spent her own money on her own groceries, and she was asking a nigga for some money
so she can get
her money back for some groceries.
Okay.
Now definitely Lil Mama out of line.
All the way out of order.
She out of order because
was this her nigga or was this somebody that she just talking to?
I don't know. It looks like it's just somebody she talking to and she asking for some money. Now my thing is, I ain't gonna even lie. Like I don't like asking a nigga for shit in the first place. Mm-hmm. So if I gain the courage to ask a nigga for some shit and he tell me no, I'm gonna be agitated. I'm gonna be like, this motherfucker right here.
But it's certain, but
it depends. But it also depends on the dude. You gotta, as we talk about all the time on Clubhouse and on Frank's podcast, you have to know your audience. Okay.
Right.
And if you know your fucking audience, then you know
who gonna give you
who gonna give you some money, who gonna give you a couple.
You know who gonna give you some money. You know who can come pick you up. You know who gonna come change the tire.
Yep. You know
who gonna feed you.
You know who gonna fuck you good. You know
that's why you gotta have a starting five. You gotta have one.
Three.
One that you kick it with. You know. Kind of like the homie. You got one that you smash. You got one that feeds you. You got the sugar daddy, and you got the gay best friend.
Okay. So you're just saying friends. We're just saying a lot of period.
You got to rotate. Well, I want to say rotation because you're not gonna be smashing your gay best friend. At least I hope you are. But you know, these are just people that you go to for different things, I guess. Okay. Now some people have
niggas though.
Okay, well that's a rotation.
Okay, because I'm talking about a rotation. Because
I'm only
asking my hoes for money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna go.
I haven't asked. Like, I have never asked for money. Now, I know there was once that I explained a situation and they offered me money. That's different. I'm not gonna go,
Oh,
hey,
you know what? I don't even do that no more.
hey,
Unless I'm
I
comfortable with you.
need like $50 to go. Like, I don't do that. You know, thankfully I haven't, recently been in a position to have to go ask for anything or suggest anything to get something.
Yeah.
But when I've had to, and I think this is like, I can't even remember when, but he offered the money and I was like, okay, shit.
Yeah.
I think it was something like related to my debit card, because anybody knows me, I lose my debit card like a motherfucker, and I couldn't get to the bank, and that's what it was. I couldn't get my money
This
out.
girl would lose her card. Well, yeah, okay. Well, this is one of my flaws. Okay, then I was like, bitch, you need a fucking wallet. That's why.
But this is my wallet, Apple Wallet. I got all my cards and stuff on my freaking phone. But guess what? Wallet. I ain't lost my phone. That's for sure. Now my keys.
Because you glued to it like this.
Exactly. I ain't lost my phone. I may sit it somewhere and be like, what the hell I do with my phone? But I ain't never lost it since I got an iPhone. Now, my keys, I have gotten so much better than my keys. Because, bitch, you remember I used to lock my keys in the car? And
she'll lose any fucking
This is a sidebar. So I used to have a Chevrolet Cavalier. And I had the one where you had to roll the window up. And when I would lock myself at the car, I would just slide the window down, get the keys. Now, you know my car was a piece of shit because nobody ever tried to break in my car or steal it. Like, the keys will be in that whole car damn near running, and that whole still be sitting there.
They ain't want that.
They ain't want that piece of shit.
They was like, she don't give a fuck about it, and we don't want it either. It must be so. It's a setup.
Right. But anyway, homegirl was all the way wrong, to be posting it. Like, that's so damn stupid. Why would you post that shit?
She's probably young. She giving me young vibes. She giving me and then I don't know. I just wouldn't. First of all, I don't ask no nigga for no money. I'm not gonna do this unless we have that type of relationship. And even then, I have to be extremely comfortable with you to ask you for money for something. And I like you were saying earlier, you might explain the situation. My current situation, I explained it to my current friend. But that's because I feel comfortable enough talking to him about it. You know what I'm saying? Because at first I didn't say anything to him about it because I didn't want the misconception of, because that's, everybody knows that, like, we've seen the memes on Justin LeBoy's page where they basically say if a girl started explaining shit to you and come with a sob story, she about to ask for some money. And sometimes, and most of the time for me, that's not even a fucking case. Because I have a great family that if I need some shit, I'm gonna go to my mom, my dad. I'm gonna go to my sister, my brother-in-law. You know what I'm saying?
The reason why I don't like going, because I don't want to hear their mouth.
But if
I would rather do that than go to a man that I'm not with. However, I do feel like if we smashing and I'm cooking for you and stuff, I should be able to come ask you for money, and vice versa. I feel like
if we smashing and I'm cooking for you.
If I'm
smashing and I'm cooking for him, I should be able to ask him money.
That's what I said.
But you said, vice versa.
But he's also smashing us, and he may be doing stuff for us as well.
But as long as he's doing stuff for us,
that's what I mean.
If it's reciprocated and we are both doing equal things.
Because I don't understand the notion that it's okay for you to smash me, but if I ask you for money, I'm a gold digger. Like, that don't make sense to me.
No, especially if I need something.
Right.
Because it's just so crazy. Because we really, this generation in dating is so fucking ass backwards nowadays. To the fact that asking for help is so frowned upon, but not asking for dick or pussy.
Right. They consider you like, oh, you begging. I look like I'm like 10 inches taller than you or something. Let me scoot back. But yeah, like, I don't understand that. Like, we have no problem with giving our bodies away, but if we are in need of help, it's like, oh, you a begging ass bitch. You broke ass bitch.
That happened to me. Did I tell that story on here?
I can't remember.
When what did I used to call him, Young Bay?
Called
me a begging ass bitch one time, y'all. Okay, sidebar story time. So look. Earlier this year, I was talking to this young guy. He was like 10 years. He was 10 years younger than me. And after not giving him no play, I finally decided to get a nigga some play. Okay, so we kicking it, or whatever. So me and him, we kicking it. And one day we go out. I'm finna go out of town the next day. I think we was finna go to Miami.
No, you was going to Houston.
Houston, yeah. So we was on the way. Me and him kicked it the night before we left for Houston. I asked him, I said, hey, can you take me in the morning to my friend's house, which was where we're going to be leaving from my friend's house? I want to be able to keep my car in my sister's garage. And so he was like, yeah, I'll take you, whatever. So we ended up going out I take out my hose to Half Shell that night. And he was being all nice and sweet and stuff. And he was asking me, like, what can I do to get more time? I said, give me some motherfucking money. Now, I was really calling his bluff because I just figured that he wasn't going to do it. But he ended up giving me $200.
What's up with niggas at $200 and $40?
$40 and $200. Nigga always hand me $200. So anyway, so he gave me a little $200, and then he was like, yeah, and as we were leaving, we were going our separate ways, and he gave me $200 cash. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna cash up you some more money. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But at that point, I was like, it was the gesture. It was okay. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't expecting nothing because I kind of felt bad, slick, because I was like, damn, like, I don't really like him like that. I don't want to take his little money, you know what I'm saying? But he had some money. He really could have spared more than that. You know what I'm saying? That $200 wasn't shit.
But that ain't why he called you a big ass bitch.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why. So the next morning, I'm calling him because he goes to work super early in the morning, and we're about to leave. But I wanted him to pick me up from home to take me to my friend's house, which was in the same neighborhood as where he lives. So I called him. He wasn't answering the phone, and so I texted him. I was like, "Damn, when I need you, you ain't pick up. You ain't even pick up because I ended up still having to drive, and everything ended up working out. So we ride in the car." On the way to Houston, because we drove and we carpooled or whatever. And I'm asleep in the car, but I just so happened to wake up because I got text message, my phone jumping. It's him. He going ham. He was like, yeah, you ain't this, that, and the third. And you ain't nothing but a begging ass bitch. You think that I'm a trick ass nigga. You got me fucked up. You better find another nigga. Now he going ham. I mean, man, but he was spitting bars on my ass. Like, he was going ham. And I'm just looking at the phone like, what the fuck is he talking about? Then it dawned on me, he thought I was hitting him up because he didn't never cash out me the rest of the money that he was supposed to be sending me. But I was just talking about, nigga, why you answer the phone? I needed you to drop me off. I did not want to leave my car at my homegirl house. I wanted to leave it at my sister's house in her garage. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I ain't never been no begging ass bitch. I cash up you $200 if you feel that strongly about the little funk ass $200 you just gave me. Because bitch,
now it's funky $200.
It's a funky $200. It's a funky $200 because he asked me, what can I do? I said, give me some motherfucking money. Not thinking he was gonna.
Ain't that like black people? Everything become funky.
That funky ass $200. And then so when it was all said and done, I guess it dawned on him that he was supposed to pick me up and take me to my friend's house. And he was like, oh, damn, you talking about a ride, right? I said, yeah, what the fuck you thought I was talking about? He was like, damn, my bad, I'm tripping. And I said, block, bitch, you blocked, motherfucker. And I have not talked to that nigga since.
As you should, because he really went off the run.
He spazzed the fuck out. And I'm like, it didn't even dawn on me. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? Calling me a begging ass bitch. Because I asked you for a ride?
Well, guess what? He a blocked ass bitch.
He a blocked ass bitch on every motherfucking thing. And the way that nigga used to beg me, I know I done crossed his mind a couple times.
Okay, so I have another, well, it's not a question, but it's like celebrity news, I guess. This motherfucker Kanye West new album that I have not listened to and don't plan on listening to, bitch. All the hoopla surrounding it. He's been getting cussed out left and right by everybody from the likes of Soulja Boy and Chris Brown.
Because Kanye is a whole hoe. That's what Chris Brown said.
But see, it's just crazy how all this controversy surrounding his album, and I think it's working from Kim K showing up. Oh, are they supposed to be divorced? This, that, and the third. The man had Marilyn Manson, the baby. Like it was
and then
just
thinking about Jesus, I was just so confused.
But what it is, Kanye is an attention whore. If you guys have not noticed, he loves to have a lot of attention, and he loves to do the most. And people be calling him genius.
I am not a Kanye fan.
Not the recent works of Kanye. Like
old Kanye, maybe so. Like first came out Kanye, like thanks for Kanye's workout plan. You know what I'm saying?
I think what
and
it is
it's
his personality that turns me off to the music.
Because everybody's saying he bipolar. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. And I am serious about mental health. And I feel like, people really do suffer from bipolar disorder. I don't
know if he's been officially diagnosed or not, or if they just prescribed him antidepressants or anxiety. Like I don't know. I don't want to say that he's not and he's actually diagnosed.
I can see him being depressed or stressed or have anxiety and stuff like that, but I just don't believe, and I could be wrong, and this is just my personal opinion. It doesn't matter because I ain't no fucking bad. It ain't gonna matter with Kanye either way. What I think. I just think that he playing on the whole mental health thing, because he has done some things that was out of line, and that was his way of getting fucking out of the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's definitely he a Gemini, so that Geminis love attention. They do,
and they got two personalities.
Exactly,
but they not bipolar. They just crazy as a motherfucker.
Yeah, because every Gemini I know, not sorry, they do have to. They go like is
and they crazy.
And there ain't no
but
medium.
I fuck with one Gemini. What would you call her? What do we call her?
Medusa, Predator, babe.
Predator. Damn, I don't remember because he always like Medusa to me too. But Predator, babe, like. He was in here treatment, but I don't believe it. Yeah, me neither, friend. But yeah, I only dated one Gemini ever in life, and that was Predator Bay. And he actually wasn't that crazy. He was actually normal until I pissed him off one night, and then he threw my phone across the fucking room.
Okay, he crazy.
No, but it took so long. We had never
because he buried that other side of him deep down.
But I did trigger him though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I definitely triggered the fuck out of his ass because I just would not leave a nigga. I'm like, wake up, who was that?
And see, I'm complete opposite. I don't like to be bothered like that. And I probably go back.
I don't either though.
Throw your shit across the road.
But you know what? I don't either because abusive bae used to do that to me. And I used to be in bed asleep. Like, my nigga, wait till the morning. We can argue about this shit tomorrow. But with Predator Bay, I was in my feelings that night. And typically, I can hold that shit in, but not that night.
But back to Kanye, I'm not listening. But what I'm noticing on Apple Music, he has like the top 18 spots because people streaming out of it. I still haven't gotten over that slavery was a choice thing and how he did my girl Kim K, even though they technically I don't know what the fuck they doing. So at this point,
my allergies, my ear itching, y'all. I'm sorry, because I can't see my own mic. If I mute, it's gonna be both of us.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I also saw. Well, I don't know where I want to go next with this. We got so many questions. I think I'm gonna go here. I just want to go all the way on 10.
Oh Lord.
Yes. Okay. So I have been in what they call the clubhouse streets, and I visit room to room. Like Cle don't really get on there that much, but I frequent Clubhouse a lot. Like, and I feel like that keeps me in the house and keeping me from being outside and doing whole shit. So I feel like for me, it helps. So a lot of the rooms that I go in, it's like he-man, woman hater clubs.
All of them are.
And and I'm not gonna say that there aren't any women doing the same thing to men, but this is just what's coming through my hallway is what they call it. And it's like, why are so many? Yeah, it's called a hallway. Because it's called clubhouse rooms, and when you go to the central point, it's the hallway. And they just popped in my head right there. See? All right, so I always see why black women won't listen to men, why black women won't take correction, why black women so combative, why black women want some men, why white women getting all the high value men, why black women can't get a high value man. It's just like, goddamn, like we can't win for losing, goddamn. And it's not.
I saw this one too. Black women too fat.
And it's not the fact that they want to have conversation and dialogue. The problem that I have in some of these rooms is if somebody brings a different perspective, like if I'm not down in black women, if I'm not saying, yeah, black women, we need to this and y'all need to y'all not, they tend to try to mute your mic. They, cut you off and all that kind of stuff. And when you try to respond, stop cutting me off. And it's like, well, nigga, you did that shit to me. Like, who the fuck are you for me to give you the respect that, that you demanded in a fucking clubhouse room that I don't know you and you don't know my black ass either. So I just I don't understand why is it so like within the last 2 to 3 years that I've noticed, and I don't know if it's because I'm just back in the dating scene, but it just seemed like it's really, really intense.
It's intense between black men and black women, I feel like right now.
Yeah,
because it's especially now during the pandemic and with the state of the world with the whole Black Lives Matter movement and everything. Like, I really feel like this is the time that we should all be coming together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we so fucking divided with this high value shit.
I'm tired of high value.
Gold digger.
I'm tired of gold digger normalizing Kevin Samuels.
Some water.
It's a water bottle over there.
Y'all, my allergies fucking with me, y'all. If I was high, I wouldn't be.
That's what it is. Hey, we doing this shit completely sober. Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just don't understand that. And it's like, you can have your opinion, but be receptive to other people's opinion and stop trying to cut them off and be rude and belittle them and all that kind of stuff because their opinion differs from you. And then the biggest thing that I hear all the time, black women are gold diggers. And I was like, when have women not been gold diggers? And what I mean by that,
we learned from white women.
But what I'm saying is women have always tried to marry into higher ups.
That was even in the Bible days.
That's how society was set up. But now it's an issue because you have more.
Because they broke as fuck. That's why. Only broke ass niggas, the ones who give a fuck about if a bitch is a gold digger. That's the only people who give a fuck. Because the nigga who got some money, and what these niggas better realize, like, how am I a gold digger, bitch? I go to work every motherfucking day. I pay my own goddamn bills. And it's like, you calling me a fucking gold digger because I require you to take me on a date? Like,
and not Netflix and chill.
Like, that's not gold digging, bitch. That ain't no motherfucking gold. That gold digging would be a bitch actually trying to hit you up for $1 million or some shit like that.
Or even if it's in smaller increments, there are some women that are actually gold diggers. Like, they won't fuck with you.
They call prostitutes.
Nah, prostitutes will fuck anybody for $40.
It's gold digging.
Yeah, but they come to them. They're soliciting them. They're not going to the man. I don't know. I'm not a prostitute, so I don't know how the shit work.
Me neither, but I just say that I just feel like the whole gold digger, high value women,
black women can't get a high value man,
and why black women are so aggressive. That's the one I fucking hate. Like, what do you mean that we are so aggressive? Because we don't let you get away with a whole bunch of bullshit? Like, that is a common thing I have heard from black men. You know what I'm saying? My friends, that they feel like black women typically are more combative, but I just really think that it's really just in our nature. It's in our DNA, and this is how we are. We are strong.
And that's what, and I said from some of the traumas that we've experienced in America, because the one thing they do say is black women, like in Africa and other countries, they're not as aggressive, but they have not really, and I don't want to speak for other women in other countries, but based upon the Black American experience, they have not experienced what we have experienced. And it's like for so long, our voices have been silent. And we, Malcolm X said that we're the most disrespected and unprotected, in America. And that's true, And when you have been treated a certain way for so long, now we're in a space where we're able to do for ourselves, where we're able to, make our own money. We're highly educated. We, are entrepreneurs and so forth. There is a certain level of confidence, and it might be a little bit too much for you, and it comes across as aggressive because we are working in business spaces and stuff, and we're dealing with men, so we have to be a little bit more, hey, you're gonna respect me. So I don't think it's intentional. Now you have some people that are just combative for no fucking reason at all. But my personality, I have a strong personality. You have a strong personality, but we also know how to rest in our femininity when we're with the right man. Like, I'm not finna just be respecting a motherfucker I don't know, and it's gonna put me at risk.
Because I really are like a little sap with the right motherfucker. Like,
and that's any woman. Any woman will.
You have to create. A man has to create that space for you to be like that. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a problem with reciprocating and doing things as long as I feel like that person is, showing me interest in doing what needs to be done. But a lot of times men don't create that space for a woman to be all of this shit they claim that the Asian women do and the white women do and all that.
And guess what? Most of their ass don't work.
They sure don't.
So you can't want the 50. You can't want the 50-50. You want me to bring the table, make the table, put food on the table, wipe the table. I'll fuck you on the table. Flip the table, fix the table when it's broke, and be the table.
Cause see, I just
and then submit at the same time.
I just never understand the 50-50 concept, and we've talked about that so many times on here before and on other podcasts. I just don't get it because it's never going to truly be 50-50. Mm-hmm. Like, it's never really truly gonna be that. So you just have to find somebody that it's just gonna work. Y'all work well together, and y'all can figure it out. Because I honestly. And it just came to me like the Black community, it really is just broken. It's just a bunch of cycles of broken people.
And trauma.
Because of these, when you really think about it, the men who are saying all these things about these women typically coming from single mother households.
I just want to know, are they going to tell their mothers this type of stuff? Like, I want to see that.
But this is what they do. This is what happened. You have a man growing up in a single mother household. And then when he gets out there and he's dating, he think every bitch supposed to slave like his mama did to make ends meet and take care of him. No, I'm not your fucking mama. I came from a 2-parent household where my daddy took care of my motherfucking mama. So no, we're not raised the same. And I'm not a gold digger because I expect for a man to do certain things because this is what I grew up and this is what I saw.
And guess what? I feel like everybody is able and capable of finding what they want. Mm-hmm. I don't think we should try to force to change people's desires. I do feel like more households are going to be where, both contribute. Now, the percentages, vary from relationship to relationship because of the economy that we have. It's very rare that you can survive off of one income, sometimes barely 2 incomes, depending on where you stay. But that's a conversation that needs to be had within the dating space. And it's almost like y'all don't want to date, but you want all these relationship things. You want submission, you want respect and all this stuff. And like I told you earlier, it's almost like the absentee father that's, missing out of a child's life and then this randomly shows back up as an adult. When they're adults, it's like, okay, now you got to respect me as your daddy. Now, what I say goes or whatever. And it doesn't work that way. You have to, earn that level of respect for a woman to feel comfortable that, hey, you got me. You got my back, and in turn, I'm going to have your back. I got you, we're going to do this thing together. Now, whether that's you, financially taking care of me or we both contributing to the pot. And in some cases, there are some women that are able to take care of their niggas, whatever floats your boat. But this discourse.
I ain't never taken care of
them. No, you don't have to, but you do have some women that, make more money than, they contribute more than their male counterparts. Yeah. But my thing is the level of discourse and we arguing and scratching at each other. It's not helping. We need some solutions.
And you just gotta, like I said, find a person that works for you. Because one thing about me, I ain't gonna never be no housewife. I ain't gonna never do this shit.
I tried this shit.
Even if I had kids, maybe if I have a child, and when my baby is extremely small, you may see me, not physically going to work. But I am going to be doing something. I am going to make my own money because I have habits that I would not even ask my husband to fund. Okay, I have a fashion.
I might ask. If you tell me no, then I may do it.
I don't even know because if I know, okay, everybody knows I like to smoke weed. I don't spend a whole lot of money on weed because I only use my cannabis for things like anxiety or helping me sleep at night. I don't think that I would be tripping. I don't think I would be tripping because my nigga can't go buy my weed for the week. You know what I'm saying? Like for something as simple as that, I'm gonna go to work so I can make sure I can buy my own weed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need him saying, I don't want you smoking, and how you gonna get it? Because you can't take that away from me because I'm gonna go buy my own motherfucking weed.
Yeah,
even with my nails and my feet and my hair and stuff, those are things that we would like for our dudes to do for us, you know what I'm saying? But if my man, my husband, or somebody that I'm committed to, and he's taking care of other things like my personal upkeep, I don't expect him to do that. So for those things, I'm going to still go to work and make my own fucking money. And then even for things like our vacations and stuff like that, if he's a hardworking man and we got a nice living situation going on, my money may be used for our leisure and our luxury things that we want. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be the internet, you know what I'm saying? He don't have to pay for that. He paying the mortgage. I'm going to pay the internet. But at the end of the day, I just could not be a housewife or just solely depend on a man. So this whole, and I don't really know a lot of Black women, really, all the way honest, that just does
I don't know. Well, I'm not a man, so I'm not dating women. So I
don't know no Black woman that don't work.
Where are they meeting? Maybe it's the generation. Maybe they're trying to date these 20-something years old, and maybe they think like that because a
20-year-old bitch got a fucking job, and she may be looking for a nigga to get her away from their job. But most women are working some kind of way,
or they working for themselves,
unless they do have a man that is just willingly say, "Hey."
Yeah, because all the people that's in our circle, they either got business or they work, a good job. Yeah. Like I don't know anybody that's just like a bum bitch
and want a nigga to take care of them.
Right.
Like I don't even know those type of women. Like ultimately, I do want somebody to take care of me. That would be, grand if that happens. But
if it doesn't, then
yeah,
I want somebody to love me because niggas can take care of you and treat you like shit.
I've been in a situation like that too.
Exactly. So my preference, and niggas with money, high value men, don't get me wrong, it would be nice, but the ones that I've met so far have been assholes. So I'm not sure if that's what I really want. I don't mind us building together and we both become high value people. Whatever works for me and my partner or whoever it is, that's the main thing. But my whole point about that was let's not be arguing and scratching at each other, because 9 times out of 10 we not gonna date each other. Like them niggas that was talking mad shit, they wouldn't get a time of day, And a lot of times they end up back in my back channel. Yeah, sis. Yeah, queen. I was just doing it for. Man, get the fuck about my DM, nigga.
But that's why I don't be on fucking Clubhouse like this. So if you catch me on,
but you know me, I'm down for a debate. I argue a nigga up and down. Now, my man, I'm not gonna argue with my man. I'm more likely to be like, okay, I'm finna leave this shit alone. But with Facebook and shit, I'm probably gonna argue.
Definitely gonna fucking argue. I'm not gonna do this shit because I don't have the energy or the time to put into that. But we're gonna go ahead and go to the next topic.
I think we should probably make this one our last topic because it's been about an hour and we don't want to bore the people to death.
We're not bored, but go ahead.
All right, so what topic you want to talk about?
I don't know. You got the list.
Oh shit! I thought you had the goddamn thing, friend.
No, I was just telling you to change the topic, bitch.
Okay, so
this
50-50. Okay, so this is like flipping a little bit, but at the same time, I think it's still relevant to the conversation. Should you communicate your likes and dislikes in the early stages of dating, or should you wait?
I don't know. I'm gonna say we always say you have to know your audience. Okay. When you meet a person, you typically can get a feel for them and see how open and how honest you can be with them. And now you really don't know the outcome, but I do feel like you should say it early on.
Yeah.
I think that you should definitely say early on your likes and dislikes. Well, I don't know, because I feel like sometimes you have to let things play out. You know what I'm saying? Because like with me and one of my current friends, like we were so honest and open with each other that I feel comfortable being open and honest. I think that he feels comfortable being open and honest about me or what his likes and dislikes are and stuff like that. So it works out, you know what I'm saying? But I have been in a situation where I've let a nigga know some shit too early and then ran his ass out.
I don't have a problem with expressing or being receptive to what you like and dislike, especially if I genuinely like you and we're moving to a dating space or if we're trying to build something. But for me, it's always how you do it and how you say it. It's not specifically what you say, because you like what you like and you dislike what you dislike. You know, I can't get mad at that. You know, now it may come to where what you dislike may be my personality, you know, certain things about me or whatever that I'm not going to change, you know, for you. But if it's something that is, you know, okay, I can compromise in that area. Okay, I see you like something like this. Okay, that ain't no big deal. But in terms of my character and, you know, my standards and morals and so forth, that's something that I'm not going to change for if you dislike it. So I do feel like it should be expressed early on. And I do feel like you can, you know, kind of go with the flow and just, you know, feel out the vibe, but you shouldn't wait months into dating or into the relationship to start expressing or communicating your likes and dislikes.
It just depends, because like, you know, what we have to understand is that some situations we're going to have to compromise, you know what I'm saying? And ultimately I feel like sometimes I like to let things play out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be an isolated incident that I didn't fucking like this shit. And I'm like, oh no.
But do you address it right then, or do you just let it play out?
It depends on the stage of the situation or relationship or the dating ship or courtship or whatever that we're in. If it's like super duper early, okay, like our other friend. You know what I'm saying? It was too early, I feel like, to, you know, make something, to say something about something that you didn't like or that you noticed. I typically, if it's depending on how far any that we're dating, mm-hmm. you know, I might just let it play out and see, you know, what you gonna do if you're gonna do it again. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And if it happens again and I feel some type of way, then at that point, then I may probably address it if we still dealing with each other. Because sometimes, you know, addressing stuff, you know, could
turn somebody off.
Yeah, it could turn somebody off, and you might not even get to know the other parts of this person that you might even love. But that one area you might be like, oh, hell no. And if you really look at it, it may not be a deal breaker for you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got to understand everybody's not perfect. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna have some shit that you don't like. You know, so you really got to take the time out to get to know, you know, a person. I feel like before you just go ahead addressing everything that you don't.
I'm tired of this goddamn table, putting shit on the table, bringing shit to the table. Fuck that table.
I think he just saying like put it all out there.
I do feel like, you know, on the first, second date or whatever, I'm not gonna be like, I like this, I like this, I don't like this, I don't like that. Like, I'm not gonna do that. But if it comes up in conversation, I'm definitely gonna let it be known.
I don't even know if I even want to tell anymore. I mean,
but you shouldn't have to be afraid to be who you are and express what you want and what you don't want. Because a lot of niggas will express what they like and what they don't like. Huh?
So my posture fucked up. I need a waist trainer on.
Anyway, so a lot of men don't have no problem with expressing what they like and don't like. And they don't even meet the expectations of what they
like and don't like.
Exactly. So, I mean, women can be like that too. So
I don't really say what I do and don't like. I don't.
Because sometimes certain things you may not know you don't like it until it happens, yeah. And certain things you may not know that you do like it until it happens.
Yeah. So sometimes I like to let things play out. and just see how it fucking goes. And if it goes good, then okay. If not, okay, we're gonna have to address that shit. And if it's something that I can, bury in the back of my head, but like, well, I know he gonna do that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And that's a part of your compromising, because what Tyler Perry told us a long time ago. Was it Tyler Perry about the 80-20? That was a Tyler Perry movie.
It was a Tyler Perry movie, but I don't know if he came up with the concept.
The 80-20. And that 20% might drive you up the motherfucking wall. You know what I'm saying? But, you have to cut your losses with that because, you got 80% of what you want. You ain't going to never have 100% in everybody when you're dating or in a situation like this. So I say just knowing who you dealing with, that would determine whether or not you can tell somebody your likes and dislikes early on. Or wait. Now, if we talking about fucking,
I'm gonna tell your black ass.
We talking about fucking.
I like the hair pull. Call me
that's what I'm saying. If we talking about fucking and we are fucking, like it's not like I'm telling you this before we even fuck. Now, once we done fucked, and then
I sometimes like once that conversation come up, because sex always gonna come up in the conversation. I'm gonna express what just because I talk about it don't mean I'm gonna actually fucking do it with you.
See, I don't even like talking about it to motherfuckers that I don't plan on doing it with. I don't even want to talk about this shit.
I mean, I typically don't either. But if I'm feeling you, I'm gonna express what I like and dislike. So when we get to that point, you would already know.
I'm gonna tell you what's going on. I'll be like,
now,
this is what I like. Don't do that.
I don't know. I guess I be telling too much too soon. I'm starting to learn it about myself. I overshare. Mm-hmm. Because I just like to be honest. Like I'm not saying that I have never lied or no shit like that, but as I've gotten older, I am more direct, or at least I try to be, and I would rather you be honest with me as well. Yeah, it may hurt my feelings. Yeah, it might, make me feel some type of way, but at least you were honest with me, and then I could process the information and apply it, when necessary. But when it comes to sex, I like to be verbal about it because I want to be pleased. That's the goal. Because for too long, I have not said anything because I didn't want to bruise the man's ego and all that type of shit, and then I wasn't satisfied. So that's just me. So we are getting to the point of the show where we do our favorite part, which is the jam of the week. And did you send me your jam? No, you didn't send me your jam of the week.
I don't even know what I wanted to do.
I got my jam of the week. Is my jam still on? I don't even know. My thing that I use to play my music.
Yo, I'm sleepy.
I am too. Like I was yawning like a mug. That's crazy because when we drunk and high, we get all the energy. But now,
I'm sleepy.
Well, my song that I've been kind of feeling lately is "Woman" by Doja Cat, and so I am going to play my song while Cle finds her song that she wants. I can't see that. Oh my gosh, I used to love that show. Okay.
But this is song. That's the girl and this is song.
Okay.
You cut that motherfucker out quick.
I don't know what happened. Oh, my bad.
That's why.
I can be your woman. Let me be your woman. I can be your woman. What you need. She can talk on the bubble and your seed. She can roll from the believe.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fade out so they won't mute our black ass. All right, but okay, so I like this song because of the vibe. It's like I love island music. Anybody knows I like Caribbean reggae, reggaeton, with Afro beats, like any of that, you gonna find me on the dance floor.
Yes, and my homegirl Dinah too. That's her shit. We got a music fest coming up. Hopefully we can go. Hopefully Delta Plus, and Lambda don't kick our ass out.
Well, no, so actually, Southwest Oh, you talking about the virus, bitch. I thought you was talking about Delta Airlines.
I said Delta Plus and Lambda. And she's talking about, what you talking about coronavirus, girl?
I didn't know what you was talking about. All right, so Cle, go ahead and introduce your song.
Okay, so this song, I don't even know who this girl is, but her name is Leia. And the name of the song is called Sailor Moon. It's R&B and soul. It came out in 2020. But how I heard this song, everybody knows I'm a neo soul vibe, R&B soul person. Okay. And I love the vibes. I'm a smoker. I am like a black hippie, a ratchet hippie or something, I think. And it was just giving me the vibes one day. I was just, sitting there smoking. It gave me the vibes. It came on my Apple Music. We use that little infinity thing and just let it keep on rolling and playing. And so, yeah. So it is called Sailor Moon by Leia.
And Sailor Moon is one of my favorite anime characters. I love anime. Hey.
Right around my team, getting off some more practice, getting off some more things, break some more practice, what do I see? Die by your action, trying to stay clean, playing with the stretch, going on my clothes, giving me the second, all off my combs, so I can pay back.
I want them to cut us off. It's the end anyway.
I'm about to say, I don't know what the hell she said.
But it's bumping though. Yeah, I gotta go ahead and listen to it. We didn't get to the hook though, but yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna go and listen to it because it's called Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. I used to want to be Sailor Moon.
When I saw that, I was like, "What?" And I was like, oh, "Okay."
So that's anime.
Yeah, I don't like anime.
I love anime.
I feel like anybody who watched that shit is weird as fuck.
And I'm weird as fuck. Okay. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching the show. This is Bitch. Let me tell you what happened. Episode 22 that we made it through by the hair of our chin.
Y'all. We gonna get it together, y'all. We've been
saying we gonna get it. We gonna get it together, y'all. We gonna get it together, y'all. We gonna get it together, y'all.
I'm tired.
You know what we need to do? We need to go back through the episodes and see when you said we gonna get it together, y'all.
And they's gonna be like, damn, let me just say that shit every motherfucking week, bitch. Every week. But thank you guys for tuning in. Hey.
The podcast. I'm trying to see what I want to do when I leave, but I know that I really, really want to eat. Oh. That you didn't know? That they just rhyme, leave, eat. Well, no, they didn't rhyme. Never mind, y'all. Thank you guys for watching.
She said, you didn't realize that rhyme. It didn't rhyme. Thank you guys for tuning in.